know, the wind and the fires in Maui certainly has been the story for almost 2 weeks. And currently, we know that that fire is responsible for at least 114 deaths. As Marky mentioned, President Biden landing on the island to tour the ruins of Lahaina. Days after that fast-moving fire just devastated the city. The president did receive praise from Hawaii's governor for directing a thorough response behind the scenes, but some argue his public response falling short as the nation's consoler-in-chief.
And the White House seeking to turn that narrative around this evening by getting the president on the ground there. Hawaii Governor Josh Green saying on Sunday that recovery crews have a long road ahead to get answers for every single family. Take a listen.
More than 1,000 are unaccounted for, about 1,050. It will take several weeks still. Some of the challenges are going to be extraordinary.
Yeah, so we have been following this every step of the way. Joe Khalil has the very latest there. Hey, Joe.
Hey, good morning, Marky. You're right. It is a really important moment right now for President Biden and for First Lady Jill Biden to be there on the ground, actually showing up today, confronting the damage and meeting people who've been affected by this fire. So they're going to be landing in Maui first around 11 a.m. local time. They'll get up in the sky from the helicopter so they can survey the damage from that aerial view, and then eventually be landing in Lahaina, and they'll be seeing the devastation on the ground, getting that view as well, and talking to local and state officials there, where they'll get a briefing about what is left to be done and some of the biggest challenges that they have. Eventually, the president and first lady, they will be doing a community event. So at that point, they'll get to have some real FaceTime with victims, people who have escaped the fires. That's going to be an important moment as well. And you both addressed this, but this is an opportunity now for President Biden to act as consoler-in-chief, something that people talk about his level of empathy being a strong point of his. But initially, his response to these fires when asked about them was no comment. And he got a lot of criticism for that. Certainly rubbed some people in Maui the wrong way. The administration, we know, also facing some criticism for FEMA's response. Last week, a lot of victims said they could not get access to the help and the resources FEMA was providing. Now, FEMA officials say the help is there, and let's throw it up on your screen. This is what they say they have done so far and are continuing to do. You've got more than 1,000 personnel on the ground there right now, $8.2 million in assistance. That's mostly for housing. You've got 50,000 meals handed out, 75,000 liters of water handed out to victims as well. But people say they still need more basics, medications and other things. And you've got federal entities like the Army Corps of Engineers. Let's remember, they are there handing out generators, trying to get people power who don't have it anymore. And then you've got Health and Human Services on the ground, too, doing the really grim and challenging work of helping to identify remains of people who died in this fire. Because, again, we know the death toll more than 100, but there are still hundreds of people who've not been accounted for. President Biden later is also going to be making a pretty big announcement about a new person who's going to be heading the federal response, who will be on the ground in Hawaii there. And he's going to be also talking about a $3 million grant that the Department of Transportation is making available immediately to the state of Hawaii to try to help in that response. $3 million may be certainly important, but could be just a drop in the bucket. We're talking about estimated billions of dollars to rebuild all of the area that was devastated by these wildfires.
Our thanks to Joe. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.